Hey guys, how's it going? I had a viewer request that I do what do you find on Craigslist for $1,000 video about Toyotas, so I thought we would do one of those. I like to do these Craigslist videos when I'm working on editing longer stuff, because that takes me a while, and this is something that's fun and it's entertaining and everybody seems to like it. And I had someone ask me a time or two about why did I put my maximum at like $1,000 and why didn't I just look at something better? And my response to that is, what's the fun in that? When you look at a cheap car, they're always going to have problems. There's always going to be something wrong with them. Some issue and some story that the owner has come up with to make it sound better than it is. So anyway, without further ado, let's just go ahead and look in this. Of course, as always, we're shopping in Huntsville, and when we run out of Huntsville, it may automatically put us on to someplace else. So let's see what we got. We may not look at every one of them. Things like this 2011 Corolla for $20. We know better than that. And you know, crazy stuff. There's this F350. Somebody just put tags in. You know, just dumb stuff we won't look at. But let's take a look at this one. This is a 97 Corolla. It's called a cheap ride. I had one of these. I had a 94. It's a pretty good car. The one I had was pretty decent for 500 bucks. Okay, this isn't a beauty car. It's ugly, old, but runs. AC and heat works well. Transmission and motor as well. Now, that tends to be the typical storyline that with a Toyota, even if it's old and ugly, a lot of stuff still works on it. The motor leaks a lot after long drives, so some seals are needing replacing. It's probably nothing major. Rear trunk light's broken, suspension shot, not going to sugarcoat it. CD player and radio works. Now that's the most important part right there. If there's nothing else works on this car for a Craigslist, cheap Craigslist car, the CD player and the radio works. That's the main damn thing. Battery's dead, but after a jump or charge should be good. It was rather new, maybe a year old. Right front brake hose needs replaced as well. If you want to do repairs yourself, the price is extremely negotiable. I like the sound of that. Or I can do them if you're buying. So like the price, post 1,000 OBO. That's kind of strange. So like the price, post 1,000. Okay. So if you're in a bind and need a cheap ride, not worried about appearance and some minor repairs, here's your car. Now, this guy already knows the kind of crap he's going to get from people. The people that are already in this position because their choices in life are so terrible and so bad that that's all, to this point, that's all they've worried about are appearances and not whether they got a good car. So they spent money on a string of cars that weren't worth a crap, and all their money's gone. Now they're down to this. So anyway, it's 306,000 miles. Boy, those things run forever. That's a good engine in those. That's a 4A FE, I think it is. It's a 1.6 liter. That's a great engine. You don't see many of those blown up. Sometimes they use oil, but that's a, you know, that's not $1,000 car for sure. That's more like about a $500 car, but you could probably put a couple $100 in it and drive it for a year at least. That's probably a good deal. Cheaper it'd be a good deal. Here's a 97 Camry LE. Now let me just say right away that these things, I like the looks of them, and I see these everywhere, and I see a lot of them for sale, but I'm kind of skeptical about how good that engine is in these cars. That's a S engine. That's a 5S FE, and that's the one that is kind of canted backwards, and it's real easy to work on. But I've seen a number of these with a thrown rod, or it's knocking, or it's seized up, or something like that. So I'm not sure that the engine in these is the most durable. Car needs a little work. 195,000. Cold air. There you go again. Automatic sunroof from one info call. So it's probably nothing major. Probably runs pretty good. Again, it's, you know, it's 20 years old, and you get what you get for 20 years old. It's got faded paint. There again, you're going to have people that'll go right by something like this that probably would run fine for a long time, and they'll go to something that's shiny and red and something terrible. Mechanic Special 2001 blue Toyota Celica GT. Now let me say right away, before we even look at this, I see there's that one and there's another one right beside it. This shares the mechanics with a Corolla of the same year, like about a 98, 99, 2000, 2001, and 2002 Corolla, and they use what's called a 1ZZFE engine. That's a 1.8 liter four-cylinder, and those cars have numerous confirmed problems with oil consumption. You'll see these Corollas go down the road with a big smudge on the back of them where they've been burning so much oil. So either two things happens: people keep them filled up with oil and they run and run and run, but they just smoke and burn oil, or somebody just lets it run out of oil and it blows up. So I predict that that's probably what's wrong with this one. $300. 227,600 miles. It can still run, but missing radio, batteries dead, and leaking oil. Can be fixed or used for parts when need to be towed. Well, it's missing some clear coat. Uh-oh. Yeah, I guarantee you that's not all the story. It's got a rebuilt title, but it's doing something more than that. $300. Something's up with that. Here's a 2001 Celica GT. It's been wrecked and still runs. You have to haul it off with a trailer. Two brand new back tires, brand new battery. I'm at 600 LBO. Where's it wrecked at? Oh, man, that thing's mangled in the front. Look at the front suspension on it. Somebody hit something down low on it. Yeesh. Yeah, it's a goner. How did you do that? Alright. So you notice so far we've not found one that's blown up yet. Here's a 90 Geo Prizm. If you don't know, that's basically a GM clone version of a Corolla. So it runs and lasts just as good as a Corolla does. $1,000. However, you notice they're not as cheap as like the Volvos and the Volkswagens and stuff. I have a 90 model Geo Prizm for sale. It's in decent DESCENT. That's Alabama education for you. Shape. Runs good. Has dings and dents as shown in pics. It was my work car for several years and I replaced it, so it needs to go. Car gets about 30 miles to the gallon. I did hit a deer with it one time on the driver's side. It has a small exhaust leak and exhaust pipe, and it's nothing special, nothing pretty. It's just depending on where the work car get A to B. It's stick shift, front wheel drive. Toyota motors in them there. Chevy's copy of the Toyota Camry. No. He spelled Camry wrong. C-A-M-R-E-Y. It's not even... some of these people are just dumb as rocks. I'm telling you. I live down here. These are the people I live with. There's Chevy's copy of the Corolla. That's 1,000 or best offer received. Received. R-E-C-I-E-V-E-D. Now, you know what? I went to an Alabama school down here, and even I know that's I before E except after C. If there's one thing I remember about grade school, that's it. So anyway, despite this guy's poor grammar, it's just a basic car. It's better than another one that just gets you around forever. So anyway, so far we're 8 minutes into this thing primarily, and we're not seeing too bad of stuff here, but our luck may be about to change. I see a 2003 Camry. These things have problems. They have let's see what's wrong with it. 2003 Camry LE, 200,000 miles, clean title, had one owner before me. I've had 7 years. I have some body and interior damage, cracked windshield, needs new tires, driver's side mirror cracked, rearview mirror busted, needs some work. It ran fine 8 or 9 miles 9 months ago, and I'm not able to fix it. I need another vehicle. Now here's one of these things that you got to figure out what's actually wrong with it, because people don't normally park a Camry with just this little minor stuff wrong with it. So what I figured, that's looking kind of ugly. Look at this. Somebody's broken the wiper stalk off of it, and there's the wire, and they've laid the stalk back up on the column up there. How in the hell do people do that? What is that? Garbage? Is that a bag of garbage? I don't know. I guess it comes with the car because I've taken a picture of it. Jeez. Craigslist cars for you. Well, anyway, what the problem these tend to have is they tend to start leaking water off the back of the engine because they have, unbelievably, they have the same problem that North Star Cadillacs have with the bolts corroding off, the head bolts corrode off. So then the head torque starts slacking and it starts pushing water out. And so you got to take the head off and put time certs in it and all this stuff. So $600, there's something more going on with that thing for sure. Now look at this. I'm gonna be sick at this. Here's a 2004 Avalon, $1,000. Somebody's flagged it. Yeah, somebody flagged that. That was a scam, I guess. See, this is one of these. Let me point this out. And this one too beside, I guarantee, is the same deal. When you see one of these that it's a real nice, it's a cheap car like this, $1,000, and it's a car that's parked in front of a nice house. See, that's a nice looking car. You know as well as anybody sitting here that these cars aren't $1,000, and that's a scam. Somebody has taken a picture of somebody's car and they're trying to scam people out of money. So don't ever fall for that. See, same deal. Scam, because they'll make some notation in the ad about something that's, who the hell cares? Like it's got keyless entry. They all got that. Alright, that's all for Huntsville. Now look here. Now this looks weird. Here's a 2008 Highlander. There's another one. Look at the spelling in this ad. 2,500, and it's got the dollar sign to the right of it. Transmission, automatic and clean. 3.4 Highlander and Albert. That's, come on. Don't any of you people fall for that. Alright, here's a 98 Toyota 4Runner. I have no idea what can be wrong with that one. Let's see. 4Runner, $800, automatic 2-wheel drive, boo. 4-cylinder motor needs work. Clean title, slight damage to fender, needs front seats. This Toyota would be a good parts vehicle, so in other words, it's blown up. Right. Nobody wants a 2-wheel drive 4Runner. Here's a wrecked 97 T100. Cheap enough, $750, and it's been wrecked hard. Dang. Those are good trucks. 95 Toyota 4Runner. They call these 3-point slows. Oh, here's a surprise. 95 4Runner parts only. 3.0 bad. Automatic trans good. Cheap, $750. That's all you need to know about that one. That was one of Toyota's big mistake. Here's one of their big mistakes. Here's Toyota's Celica convertible, $500. Celica convertible doesn't run, needs a head gasket, clear title. Somebody ran it hot, I guess. That's the same engines in a Camry, the same year, a version of it. Toyota, here's another one. Here's another Toyota Corolla, very clean, runs and drives great, excellent on gas, $1,000. I'm not even gonna look at that. I know better. Here's another one. $1,000 for another Camry. We don't look at that. That's all scam ads. Scam, scam, scam. Now here's one that's probably not a scam, and this is 2000 Camry LE, $1,000. So what do we think's wrong with it? This car does not start. The battery's dead because it's sat for a few months now. I replaced the starter and it was good for a month, then became sputtery on the startup. It will crank, just not turn over. I don't have the time to work on it anymore, so I'm wanting to sell. Kelly Blue Book values at $1,800. I'm only looking for $1,000. Odometer reads 294,000, but the previous owner had a new motor put in. There's damage to the hood. Also, passenger side door handle have came off. Must pick up. Take how it is. That's a decent car, I guess. Decent looking car. 3 of my neighbors, what they do, run over a person with it. 3 of my neighbors have one just like this. But there again, those things, for whatever, there's that engine. For whatever reason, those things tend to have problems. And sputtery on the startup, that could mean anything. That could mean a head gasket. Who knows? When people that don't know anything about cars try to describe what's wrong with them, it's anybody's guess. Here's a 97 Camry, for sale. My 97 Camry is not the prettiest one out there by any means. It'll get you from point A to point B and runs, drives great mechanically. It's a great car, but looks, it's got a couple dents, paint's not good, but the car does run and drive good. 269,000 miles, ice cold AC, 4-cylinder, hot heat, has no radio. So basically, do you see the trend here? They're either totally blown up and no good and won't run anymore, or they all run good and they got cold air and they don't look that good. It's like different from the Volvos. It's like these things are either they run great or they don't run at all, like it seems to be. Here's a $200 96 Corolla. 96 Corolla, clean, clear title, engine ran about 6 months ago, will not turn over now. Possibly the starter, needs a battery, no front seats or front tires. If not sold soon, be scrapping it. Would be good car for project or parts. Transmission shifted great. See, that's what I'm saying. There. Where the hell do seats go? Now, I bet you $200 you could get that thing running in a weekend. If the engine's not seized up, you can probably get it running in a weekend. Drive it. Here's a 90 Toyota 4Runner, $1,000. It's another 3-point slow. Oh, guess what? The engine has a bottom end knock. Rambling part, been sitting a while, clean interior. Nobody wants those anymore because they just don't want them anymore. Alright, let's see. Here's a 92. Here's another one. These things have no value around here anymore. 92 3.0, let's see, not running, needs timing kit. Was making a slapping noise. Mechanic said that something's wrong with the time belt tensioner inside there. This is all honest I can tell you. I do not ever buy a vehicle that is not running, because a slapping noise can be anything. That could be a timing belt slapping, that could be a rod slapping, that could be anything. So when they mysteriously don't run, even though they did make a slapping noise, no. 94 Toyota Corolla, needs timing belt, will need to be trailered, power windows, locks, 500 OPO. That's probably a deal. That'd probably be a good car too, because timing belt on those, if it's not interference. So timing belt breaks, it doesn't do anything to it. Another 98 Corolla. I guarantee you, I bet if I go have to have a cheap 4-cylinder car for any reason, I'll be looking for a Corolla. These things are everywhere. For sale, 98 Corolla, new time belt water pump, needs a head gasket. Uh-oh, that went south. Head is already off the car, cannot work on my house, just need the money for a down payment on another vehicle. Now go figure here. Here's the philosophy that people that drive cheap cars and don't have a lot of money, that they get so wrong on stuff like this. They need the money. Instead of taking the money, which would take, a head gasket and have the head mill, be about $200 probably total. Instead of doing that, they're going to buy another car and pay payments and be out all this money. You're making a bad mistake. That's why you don't have any money, is because you do stuff that's stupid. That's why. Fix this one. Come on. Price is negotiable, so you can probably get that thing for $300, and then he's going to be out $2,000 or $3,000 on another POS car. Whatever, dude. You'll be broke your entire life if you do it like that. Here's a 97 Camry blown engine. They put a new radiator, new battery, new tires. It's blown up. Blown up. Oh well. Here's another $1,000 Corolla. Runs and drives, clear title, everything works. AC, heat, clock, needs a little love, but great car. That's one of those oil burners. But there again, that's a running Corolla. 96 Celica GST, $250. Good little car, just ain't getting fired, and I know nothing about imports. New starter, clutch, they drove to it, quit on me. We're in a hurry. Here's another 97 Corolla CE. Bought to fix for dollar, time belt broken, haven't had time to mess with it. That's another one that the time belt, now that car's been sitting, but the timing belt, again, it's not a problem on those. There's a Sienna, $950. Has an aux sensor, check engine light, won't pass emissions up there. Okay guys, let's pick one more. 12 4-wheel drive truck for sale, $1,000. Needs to sell this week. Needs transmission, carburetor. Thanks for watching. See ya.